Hello, Chupirins! It is day 3 of Blessing Blast Off Challenge, and I'm coming with this really big energy because I completed day 1 and day 2, and that feels so good. And I know some of you are working on it, some are behind. A friend, I asked her if she completed it because she was so excited about this. And she said, well, I didn't watch day 2, I only did day 1. So it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You do it at your own pace. It's completely fine. I'm here and the videos are there for you on Instagram. I do share them on Facebook and YouTube as well. Instagram is a better place for you go and see them because I share in the stories and I share my accomplishments in there as well. Because like I said, I'm doing this challenge with you. You are not alone. Okay, so day 3. We are gonna work on gratitudes in a different area of our lives. Yesterday we did the job, the career, right? The current state where we are. And right now we're gonna work on in your life. And for this area, you can pick for this day, day 3, you can pick your area, or you can just do a general thing. The things that we talked about yesterday, some of them was applied to today. Like the way we do gratitude is connection, connecting better to the abundance in our lives and how blessed we are. But I'm gonna share a few more points with you. One of them is when we are grateful for things, we are also saying yes to things. We're like, yes, I have, a roof over my head. Yes, I have food on my table. Yes, my family is around for me. Yes, I went through these challenges and I learned so much from that. Yes, I can do this because, this opportunity came to me. So therefore it's meant for me. So thank you. Thank you for the internet. Thank you for Instagram. Thank you for the community. And when we connect to how grateful we are connecting a deeper connection to what we have, and we just say yes, 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 yes. I don't know if you watched the movie Yes Man. I think that's what it's called. With, oh my God, I'm so good bad with names. What's that? Is it comedian, actor? Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey. Okay. One of my favorite actors, Jim Carrey. And this man goes through life to everything is a no, right? And I'm not saying that you need to say yes to everything. Obviously, no is a good word as well. You got to know you have to know when to say no. But I think most of us, even us who are open to personal development, hello, Elaine, Altamas, and Bio. Wow, there's a few people joining. Yeah, it's so nice to see on Instagram. And when we, even people like me who are deep into personal development, who really care about accomplishing. Oh my God, alarm went off. Hopefully that didn't mess up my life. Okay, I think you guys are still there. So even I can sometimes be afraid to say yes to things that are good for me, And I think that happens to all of us. Or maybe some of us say too much yes when we are trying to please people and help them out. That's also me sometimes. I say yes too many times. Like I constantly want to help everyone. And in the end, I end up abandoning myself. But that's a different conversation. Here we're saying yes to the gratitudes, to the blessings. And I think that when we're grateful for things, we connect to the goodness in our lives. So all of a sudden, not everything is just so dark and gloom, but there's so many things, like infinite things we can be grateful for. I recall when I started writing my gratitudes, and I think they would say they like I'm doing today. Write 3 or 5 things down that you're grateful for, but I took it further than that. When I started doing it, I did I think 10 to 20 things to be grateful for, and then on some days I challenged myself and I would write until I couldn't think of anything more to be grateful for. And I knew that even in that moment, there was so much more to share with the world, so much more to say thank you to. And I just realized I did not change the title of this live. I'm going to change it later. It's day 3, not day 2. Um, and then it also changes the perspective. Yesterday, I briefly shared with you my story of how some challenges in my life, I felt they were not a blessings. They were absolute disaster for me. They're destroying my life. They're not helping me out. And then I was like, not really. These things have come to me so that I can become the person that I have envisioned myself. When I was a kid, I didn't really know what that was. I just felt it, like there was a drive. But then now I have a pretty good picture of who I want to be in the world. And those experiences make me who I am and are giving me the lessons that I need to be that person, to be doing this live, for example, right? And other things that I can talk to you about, and that is when I started doing gratitudes, I also started to feel less depressed. And if there's areas in my life where I lost hope, or I felt lost, or I felt like there was no way out, all of a sudden opportunities started to appear. But not necessarily opportunities that weren't there, they were in front of me this whole time, but they just started to show up for me, because before that I couldn't see them because everything seemed impossible. I was in a really dark place, I couldn't do this, I don't have that, I don't have the skills, I don't have the talent, I'm not worthy, I can't, somebody else can, but I cannot. So therefore I should just stay in the background. And I started discovering that no, those people can be in the light and I can be in the light. They're in their own light and I'm in mine. And we can coexist together. In fact, a lot of times we can even support and collaborate together. So that's the reason why gratitude is so important and connecting to our blessings. And this challenge, I really feel, could really deepen that connection for you and create a transformation. No matter how far along you are, whether you're somebody who is grateful every single day for things and you write them down or you say them out loud, or somebody who's just starting out, you are blessed beyond your imagination right now. So just do it. And the other thing that I can say is there is more certainty about the dreams that you have. Like just the example I shared with you, that opportunities started to show up that were there the whole time, but I didn't see them. I didn't feel like they were there. I just felt like I didn't have enough or wasn't enough. All of a sudden, well, I was enough. I had enough, and things started to show up. Um, and then some ways also miracles started to happen because I didn't expect for me to build a relationship with my dad, and then some event happened and he showed up, and he showed up in a way that I have never seen my dad before. Obviously it's my own healing, but I also think he has done some of his own work that allows for him to show up for his daughter in a different way. I'm not saying he's perfect, and I'm not saying that I am and that I don't get triggered, but we cannot compare today and in the past. Like they're so different from one another. um, so gratitude is also something that is allowing me to do things beyond what my family believes we were born to do. I don't know if your family has these beliefs, but in my family, there are a lot of beliefs about who we can be and who we're meant to be because of where we come from. We're farmers. I have writers in my family, but they never saw that as a career or of a way to like maybe add a little bit of extra income or anything like that. They were doing it, but they were doing it from a place of obviously education. They really wanted to share, and they were sharing their experiences. and they're sharing his history from what they've seen it through and from their family. And it really is a big deal. They wrote a book about the village that we're from, and I don't think there's anything else written about our village. So it is a really big deal, for them to write that. But it was kind of like, it's really hard for me to explain this, but in some ways I felt they were empowered. Though only my great grandfather was the one who was empowered, who actually went ahead and published them, because his dad, his brother, they just wrote those things and they never ended up anywhere. Like, if he didn't save those writings, they would have just disappeared, because they didn't look for ways. Oh, how can we publish this? How can we make this reality? It was like, yeah, I'm just writing. Nobody really knows about it. Maybe some family members, and that's it. That's where it ends. We're farmers, and this is what we're gonna do, and that's where it begins and it ends. So it's a really big deal for me to create and live a life beyond those limitations. And I really feel like gratitude is helping me to do that by being connected to what I have rather than worrying about scarcity of what is missing. Because if we look around you can do two things. One is find a solution, or find how blessed you are, or find the things that you're missing or problems. And whichever one you focus on, you are going to find thousand, millions reasons to prove your point. But it is your choice what you focus on. And I choose to focus on solutions for the most part. Sometimes, obviously, I get stressed just like everybody. But I quickly get out of that, especially with the tools. And gratitude is one of those. When you have gratitude in your life, when you go through a hard moment throughout the day, or maybe throughout a week, throughout a year, this little thing, your brain has the pathway to think about how blessed you are. So you feel down for a moment, but then you come back up, because it will rise you up. It will bring you up. So for today, the things that I would say that I'm grateful for in my life, and that are like deep and profound, is this what I shared with you. To be able to have this knowledge about personal development, about gratitude, and for it to transform my life, it is a really big deal. And I'm so grateful for it, because I chose the path of healing, of personal development. Yes, my parents weren't around me growing up, but it doesn't mean that they're never going to be around. Of course, a big part of it is their choice, but I have a choice about how I live my life every day, how I deal with it, how I carry that with me, how I talk about it, how I think about it, how I feel about it. So I would say personal development, I'm so grateful for it. The other one is me never giving up. Just like being persistent, being strong. And though a lot of people thought, I was a little crazy, whatever, like believing in unbelievable things, being like sometimes maybe too optimistic, the fact that I am like that, I am creating miracles in my life. So I'm also grateful for that. I'm grateful for thinking beyond what is in front of me, like believing in something out there. Because I've seen it somebody else do, nobody around me, but like, I don't know, I saw an influencer, or I read a story online about a celebrity who overcame something or accomplished something incredible, and that inspires me to do the same thing in my life. And the third one is to be here today and to be doing these live videos, to take up this challenge, to share it with the world, and to allow myself to use my voice like I've never thought I could do it, though there was a part of me that believed it's possible. To actually do it, it's a really big deal, and I'm so grateful for it.